the sins of his face and mouth, and his nose will come out. ثم إذا غسل وجهه كما أمره الله إلا خرت خطايا وجهه من أطراف لحيته مع الماء. Now when he washes his face, like Allah commanded him to do, not to wash your face, the Rahman mentioned if you make wudu, the weather is not correct, you're not going to get this benefit. So if you wash his face, كما أمره الله إلا خرت خطايا وجهه من أطراف لحيته مع الماء. When he washes his face, the sins of his face will come out as the last drop of water comes from his beard. They also mentioned the ulama in this evidence that when you make wudu, you have beard, you have to wash your beard. Because the drop that will not come if you do not wash your beard. The drop is to say, مع الماء. The water will come, the sins will come out as the drop come out of his beard when he washes his face. ثم يغسل يديه إلى المرفقين إلا خرت خطايا يديه من أنامله مع الماء. Then when he washes his hands up to the elbows, the sins that he committed with his hands will come out, coming out through his fingers with the water that dropped at the last drop. Now follow me, he's teaching the wudu and tell him the benefit of wudu, because Amr asked him, Mal wudu. After he asked regarding the salah, he went on to ask, what is al-wudu? Hadithni anhu. Tell me regarding al-wudu. So he was telling him wudu and the benefit of wudu. So he didn't just tell him wudu, so also the benefit that comes after making wudu. So he said, he goes on to say, ثم يمسح رأسه إلا خرت خطايا رأسه من أطراف شعره مع الماء. When he wiped over his head, then the sins he committed with his head will come out with the last drop of water that comes from his hair. ثم يغسل قدميه إلى الكعبين إلا خرت خطايا رجليه من أنامله مع الماء. He says, when the person washes his feet now, up to the ankles, then the sin he committed with his feet will come out going through the toes. This is wudu that he was telling him. Then he wanted to give him more benefit. He said after that, فَإِنْ هُوَ قَامَ فَصَلَّى فحمد الله وأثنى عليه ومجده بالذي هو له أهل وفرغ قلبه لله إلا انصرف من خطيئته كهيئة يوم ولدته أمه. So we want to say, after making this wudu, a person goes on and makes 2 rak'ats. One of the Sahaba was found in the Jannah by the Messenger because of this action of making wudu. After making salah, after making wudu, what is his name? Bilal. Alhamdulillah. So we got that. So now, Bilal, this is the benefit of making wudu. So here the Messenger says this narration, that after if a person offered the salah, then in the salah, فَحَمِدَ اللَّهِ, he praises Allah in this rak'at that he prayed, وَأَثْنَى عَلَيْهِ, وَمَجَّدَ, glorify Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with that which is suitable for Allah to be praised by or to be mentioned for Allah. And he cleared his heart. وَفَرَّغَ قَلْبَهُ لِلَّهِ. He entered this 2 rak'at, his heart is empty. It is not bring any dunya or any other thoughts in the salah. He is only in the salah thinking of Allah and the benefit of salah. You are in the salah. Nothing else is taking out the salah. قَلْبَهُ. He says, إِلَّا انْصَرَفَ. This person will live out this rak'ah that is making this salah like the day his mother gave him birth. No sins. So, now this the end of this hadith. Now listen, we're going to read something here, then we're going to come back to hear the amana of knowledge of the Sahaba. Now, Amr ibn Abasa, he went on to tell the people this narration. He got knowledge, he got something that he believed in, he wanted to practice, but he says, فَحَدَّثَ عَمْرُ بْنُ عَبَسَ بِهَذَا الْحَدِيثِ أَبَا أُمَامَةَ. Amr ibn Abbas went on to tell somebody else regarding this hadith. He said, a lot of benefit in the hadith. He want to keep this just to himself. He want to share knowledge with someone else. So he goes on, he tells about Umama, this hadith, Abu Umama. So Abu Umama listened to this hadith with a lot of benefit of hadith. He was amazed. Abu Umama to Amr ibn Abbas, he said, فقال له أبو أمامة يا عمرو يا عمرو ibn Abbas انظر ما تقول. Say, be careful what you're talking about. So Abu Umama heard this hadith for the first time. Amr knew the hadith and was telling someone else. So the hadith carry a lot of benefits. They give you a lot of hope. A little bit of action, making wudu, these things come out. Now Abu Umama to Amr say, انظر ما تقول. Be careful what you're saying. What do you know about this hadith? You're telling me, be careful. Why Abu Umama mentioned that to him? Here, he said, في مقام واحد يعطى هذا الرجل. Are you telling me this hadith, this one place you mentioned, this ablution, one place, this one action, the person will get all of this? The sins coming from your nose, from your mouth, from your face, from your hair, from your limbs, from your arms, from your legs, everywhere? For what this one action? What you have to say, man? So, like in the Surah, don't be telling hadith, we have to be careful. So he went on to say, فَقَالَ عَمْرُ. Now listen to this. When Amr answered Abu Umama, he said, Ya Aba Umama. Ya Aba Umama. The ulama mentioned a lot of benefits. If you have a chance, go to Sahih Muslim 1374, especially if you know Arabic to read. Now we mentioned the sharh of this hadith and other scholars. A lot of benefit point he mentioned. And Sheikh Muhammad ibn Rahman mentioned in this small book a lot of benefit points, but that over the world. So he said, Amr answer, he said, Ya Aba Umama, Abu Umama, لَقَدْ كَبِرَتْ سِنِّي. Say, I'm old man. Listen to this. And this is a lot of benefit. You reach certain age, you have to quit certain things as a Muslim. Certain age, if you do some other things, certain age, people, this guy is off the hook. Well, he's 50. Look what he's doing. In every culture, the same thing. Everywhere. Even in America, for someone 65, still have his pants below his butt. Oh, this guy. That's not for you. Now before those 13, 14, maybe 17, someone 55 is going like this, with below his butt showing his underwear. 55, 60. Well, I mean, here people crazy, but they don't do that. When someone do that, maybe like drunk or something. People, if they didn't look at him like, this guy is out of control. He's old. That's not for you to do. So you reach a certain age, some things you just don't supposed to do as a human. So he goes on and he said, Ya Aba Umama, listen to this, لَقَدْ كَبِرَتْ سِنِّي. I'm old. I've aged. وَرَقَّ عَظْمِي, my bones are weak. I'm not a young guy. And he says, وَاقْتَرَبَ أَجَلِي. Then my time to die is coming closer. When you wish you are innocent, of course people you die when the younger children die, but at a certain age you reach, you know your death is coming closer. You know, this time to see someone who is 89, 90, 100 years, is not many people. So if you say, up there 90, you know you're about to check out soon. I mean, you don't have another 50 years if you're 90, Allahu A'lam. But, it's unheard of someone is 130 these days. Who do you know 130? I mean, you don't find. So the age of the Ummah Muhammad between what? 60 and 70, alright? Yeah, so that way when you reach 65, 60, you probably might. So he says, وَعَضُ وَرَقَّ عَظْمِي, and my bones are weak. He says, وَاقْتَرَبَ أَجَلِي, and my time to die is coming closer. Now the ulama mentioned the benefit here is to remind him, and who comes next. Would you think I just go out there and just make up something after this age and I'm weak, I'm about to die? I'm trying to care about husnul khatima, good end. Good end before I die. So he said, وَمَا بِي حَاجَةً أَنْ أَكْذِبَ عَلَى اللَّهِ. I don't have any need to lie on Allah. Because I'm old. My bones are weak and my time is coming up. I don't see any need to go around lying with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wisdom, the Imam mentioned. When you reach certain age, you have to have wisdom to cut off some of the attitude that you used to have at the earlier age. So I don't have وَمَا بِحَاجَةً أَنْ أَكْذِبَ عَلَى اللَّهِ وَلَا عَلَى رَسُولِ اللَّهِ. I don't have any need to lie on Allah or on His Messenger. So he said, لَوْ لَمْ أَسْمَعَهُ من رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إلا مرة أو مرتين أو ثلاثا حتى عد 7 مرات ما حدثت به أبدا ولكن سمعت أكثر من ذلك. سبحان الله. So he said, this hadith, if I did not hear from the messenger 1 time or 2 times, he counted when 7 times. I wasn't going to mention this hadith to nobody, but I heard many times, so I'm sure what I'm talking about because it came to me many times, this narration from the messenger. You know something that I heard 1 time that I'm not sure, maybe this is not what he said. I heard it more, once, twice, 3, 4, 5, even it's more than 7 times. سمعته أكثر من ذلك. More than 7 times, so I know what I'm telling you is what I heard the messenger mentioned. The tathabbut, he's sure about the knowledge. He memorized. He knew the narration because it came to him many times, and like someone just heard something 1 time. So here the aman and the taqwa, the fear of Allah, came when the messenger established in their heart the Tawheed, to respect Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His messenger. So they didn't see any need of lying on Allah because they respect Allah ta'ala. They glorify Allah and His messenger. So the narration came to you many times. So also there's benefit of giving knowledge to other people if you are certain of knowledge. They mention, you go there read. If you have certainty of what you know, you share it with somebody else. If you're not sure, don't spread anything. Don't give somebody, I think it's halal. I think that's haram. I just think it's haram. Don't think. Be for sure what you say, then share someone else the knowledge if you have the information properly. Like Abdur Rahman, this is what I heard more than 7 times from the messenger mentioned this narration. So here, we're going to read just maybe page from this here, the Sheikh mentioned from the benefits that the messenger told the Sahaba when he was establishing the Tawheed, from the things that he told them. He told them not to go beyond the limit in raising people above their level. So and he said, some people who went too far, al-ghulu fi Ali ibn Abi Talib, when they went too far raising Ali, they became mushrikun. They raised Ali, some of them call Ali was Ilah, was God. Some of them today, Shia, raising Ali above his level. Some of them call him the messenger of Allah. Some of them accusing Jibreel that he made a mistake. They're supposed to go to Ali, they went to the Muslim Muhammad. He was sent by Allah. How you want to make a mistake? And Allah praising the angels, لا يعصون الله ما أمرهم ويفعلون ما يؤمرون. They do not disobey Allah that which He commanded them to do. They do the command of Allah. And this ulama includes mistakes. No mistakes from angels. Not sins. لا يعصون الله ما أمرهم ويفعلون ما يؤمرون. They do not disobey Allah and that which He commanded them. This includes angels do not make mistakes. You know, mistake might not be a sin. Might be a mistake, I guess, I'll kick your foot down. It's not a sin. You might be upset, but I didn't see your leg. That's a mistake. Or mistake, sometimes we might say something with your tongue, and they say, no, sabaqat your lisan, but you say something you didn't mean to say, it's a mistake. Allah do not punish us if we made a mistake. But angels, mistake is not halal for them. Then Allah sent Jibreel to the messenger, then he made a mistake, went to Ali. Because why? This came from raising Ali above this level, so it took them to become upon shirk. Like those who worship other than Allah, Tawheed. So he says, there's a warning when the Tawheed has been established. They disbelieve in Tawheed, believe in Allah, so do not give people or put people above their levels, like they did with Ali ibn Abi Talib. Or, by al-ghulu fil masih, like this occasion now. Those who went beyond the limit in raising Isa alayhi salam. That's what happened today. Why? Because al-ghulu fi Isa. Al-ghulu in the message to the people, لا تطروني كما أطرت النصارى عيسى بن مريم. Do not praise me, go beyond the limit like the Nasara did with Isa, praising him beyond the limit. Then they worshiping him. قولوا عبد الله. Call me the slave of Allah. So whenever you raise a person above their level, you are on the path of shirk. The ulama mentioned. You take a person praising him, raising him, That is the first step of shirk. Began with praising people, raising them above their level like they did with Ali and Isa, but al-ghulu fil Masih. Because of praising them. Praise Isa, he's the son of God. Praise Isa is the one who came himself as the God, he came a human being. Praising Isa, he was killed for the sins of human beings, so everybody is free to commit any sin because Isa took all the sins. What kind of praise is that? So he just came and to die for your sins. So now you're free, kill each other, whatever you want to do, go ahead. So why did they got praises then? Go against their own belief? Why they got sent to God, but we're going to be in jail for life because we kill? Isa told me to kill. So he came here, so he died for us, so we can kill, we can do whatever. So why there's all these laws and stuff? And they're supposed to be upon the same faith because they know it's not true. It's not a belief, it don't make no sense, it's not true, so they have to create something. So people, those fools do not realize, do not reflect. If you're supposed to be free, then let's be free then. Do whatever. If you have a household, you tell your children, do whatever you want to do, today's your day, break, don't break, whatever. Then will come your flat screen TV is broken. Yeah, some people got that, you know. You go with the fashion, now with the flat. And the big stuff no more. You go in someone's wall, you might think it's just like a board and a bulletin board about the TV. Before it's like, oh, we got big thing like, what you got me? That's huge. Now nothing huge anymore. So it's broken, so now you're gonna build them. No, you told them do whatever. Today is your day to jump. What? You're free. You cannot say anything. You cannot make no laws that day. So if they believe, because this man they believe is something was invented. It's innovation, and people know the innovation, so there have to be laws that are gonna make them to slow down. So that came from ghulu. Go beyond the limit of praising somebody, praising Isa. And she goes on to say, فَكُلُّ مَنْ غَلَى فِي نَبِيٍّ أو رجل صالح وجعل فيه نوع من الإلهية. Whoever praising a prophet or a righteous man, in a nature human being, they're looking for somebody who look like a noble person to be praised. That's what they go for. So whoever is doing this, praising a righteous man, or he gave him any type of ilahiyah. Ilahiyah, all from yes, and there's a deity that this man is supposed to be given. Like, now listen to these examples there, Juan. People sometimes they say this without knowing, and it's dangerous. They say, the like of saying, مثل أن يقول, like you say, يا سيدي فلان انصرني. Master so-and-so, help me. You're calling somebody unsurni. We use unsurni, you know, in Arabic language, it's not like English. Help me is okay to tell someone help me. It's okay. Help me here. But unsurni is different in Arabic language. Unsurni is more powerful than help me. So you call somebody to unsurni. Or aghithni. Istighatha is when you ask someone to do something for you that nobody is able except Allah. But you believe he has some kind of power, he can do that for you. Some people believe in such a human being, they have this type of power that they have the ability to do this for me. So you say, aghithni. Help me in the situation. Or irzuqni, or you ask a human being, irzuqni, provide for me. Give me some rizq. You ask a human being. He says, and it's similar to this kind of statement. Similar to this is dangerous. فهذه أقوال فكل هذه شرك وضلال. All this is shirk. To say this, to ask someone to give you istighatha, aghithni, help me, something that nobody is able except Allah. You ask someone to help you to have children, help you to be cured, to make you cured, to make you healthier. All this is Allah only is able to do. This is not human being. So when a person says this, it's falling to shirk. If he will be asked to make tawbah, yustatabu sahibuha. If a person saying this in Islamic land, they will be asked to make tawbah, return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If he denies to do that in Islamic land, utila will be killed in Islamic land. So, indeed, فإن الله سبحانه وتعالى إنما أرسل الرسل وأنزل الكتب ليعبد وحده لا شريك له لا يجعل معه إله آخر. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent messengers and He revealed books to Ikhwan. Why? For Allah to be worshipped alone. That's the reason Allah sent messengers to and revealed the books, Quran, Injil, Torah, Zabur in the past. The reason of revealing these books and pick some mankind to be messengers is for one reason. لِيُعْبَدَ اللَّهُ وَحْدَهُ. for Allah to be worshipped alone, and people should disbelieve in Tawheed. That's the purpose of sending the messenger, and to bring books to the people so people will learn and study and read the guidance. He says, keep in mind, وَالَّذِينَ يَدْعُونَ مَعَ اللَّهِ آلِهَةً أُخْرَى. Those who invoke with Allah other gods, the like of those who worshiping al-Masih, Isa, or those who worshiping the angels, or those who worshiping the al-Asnam, the idols, لم يكونوا يعتقدون أنها تخلق الخلائق. So remember, they never believe that these issues or these idols or those worship angels, they never believe that they have the ability to create. That will never they believe. They have the ability to bring rain, or to cause earth to grow, or to bring nabat or plants or food. They believe this thing they are worshipping, they don't have the power to do that. They know that, but they worship them for one reason. They say, as Allah says, He mentioned the ayah, مَا نَعْبُدُهُمْ إِلَّا لِيُقَرِّبُونَ إِلَى اللَّهِ زُلْفَى. We do not worship them except for them to bring us to Allah, closer to Allah. So if do not think people to be upon shirk, they must believe that that person or that whatever they worship is able to create, or to bring rain, or to do any miracle. But is enough to be upon shirk when a person thinks, that person will take me to Allah. So I'm going through him. Like the Sufi do. They go through their noble people, they believe this person will take me to Allah. Like some of the Christians, they believe you have to go through Jesus, so you're going to go to Allah. They know Jesus is not Allah, but they say we have to go through Him. Like you have to believe Him as a God, a reason that we have to go through Him. Now they will believe in Him, follow His teaching. If they believe they follow the Messenger at this time, because that's the time, this is not the time to follow any other belief except that what the Messenger taught the people. So he said, it's enough to be upon shirk when a person believes that this individual will bring you closer to Allah, have to go through him. As Allah says, we do not worship him except for them to take us closer to Allah. And another ayah, Surah Yunus, وَيَقُولُونَ هَؤُلَاءِ شُفَعَاؤُنَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ. It's enough to make you upon shirk when you believe this person you worship will intercede for you. He will be going to ask Allah for you in the hereafter. That only was given to the Messenger ﷺ to intercede for mankind. So this must be understood that person worship other than Allah not because they believe that whom they worship is a creator or is a provider. They know it's not creator, provider, but they just believe this will take them closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Or will seed for them in hereafter. So he says, فَبَعْثَ اللَّهُ رُسُلَهُ تَنْهَا أَنْ يُدْعَ أَحَدٌ مِّن دُونِهِ. So Allah sent His messengers to prevent people from calling other than Allah, from worshiping other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah made clear to the people, He says, قُلِ ادْعُوا الَّذِينَ زَعَمْتُم مِّن دُونِهِ فَلَا يَمْلِكُونَ كَشْفَ الضُّرِّ عَنْكُمْ وَلَا تَحْوِيلًا. Surah Al-Isra. Say, O Muhammad, to mankind, specifically those who worship other than Allah, ادْعُوا الَّذِينَ زَعَمْتُم, invoke those who claim to have power. Invoke those who claim to be worshipped, to have the right to be worshipped, other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَلَا يَمْلِكُونَ كَشْفَ الضُّرِّ. They don't have the ability to unveil the harm from you, to prevent any good or any difficulty if it comes to. They don't have the ability to prevent that. They don't have any power to change that which Allah decree will come to you. That's from the iman of this being that a person will not be a really believer. The Messenger said, he will not test the sweetness of iman. لن تذوق طعم الإيمان حتى تعلم أن ما أصابك لم يكن يخطئك وما أخطأك لم يكن يصيبك. You're never going to be able to feel the sweetness of iman. You can pretend if you want, but till you feel in your heart this iman, this belief that which happens to you wasn't going to miss you. That which happens to you, Allah brought that to you, was never going to pass you by, no matter what kind of skill you have, no matter which house you live in, that will come to you. And that which passes you by will never going to come to you. So that's why you find, that's what I mentioned, and for the hadith, you find from the people who understood the meaning of qadr, You never hear from them any complaining or any blaming of any human being. So, till you get that level, you won't blame anybody of anything. You won't blame your wife. She won't blame you. You won't blame your children. Are we there yet? Find something broken, is screaming. Women are going to get divorced over something that she did in a house that broken or something that she did. That was never going to pass by. So you believe my aswabaka, the fear will go away. That's what got the companions to be victorious. This iman was established in their heart. The fear was taken away. Nobody of them was afraid, the Sahaba. When the Tawheed was established, they was punished. When you see the story of those who the kuffar put their hands on to give them the test of punishment. Because of the iman. Tawheed is already established, they know that ma aswabaka lam yakun yukhti'aka. Great iman, that which happens to you, okay, will never want to pass you by. Wa ma akhta'aka lam yakun yusibaka. And that which passed you by wasn't going to touch you. And it goes on, wa'alam anna al-ummah. This powerful message. Know that if the entire ummah gathered together to bring benefit to you, وَعَلَمْ أَنَّ الْأُمَّةَ لَوْ اجْتَمَعُوا وَلَا يَنْفَعُوكَ بِشَيْءٍ لَمْ يَنْفَعُوكَ إِلَّا بِشَيْءٍ قَدْ كَتَبَهُ اللَّهُ لَكَ. We should know that if the ummah come together to have a meeting and to have a plan to benefit you with anything, nothing will happen first of them shall have decree already. So they're not going to give no credit for their meeting they have to give you higher level in the dunya, to give you a raise, or to give you anything that brings you benefit. That will be already written by Allah. And otherwise, if they come, imagine people, say, al-ummah. You know, ummah is a nation. How many people in a nation? When you say al-ummah is not one person. It's a group of people come together with a plan of causing harm to you. It happened, Ikhwan, the time of the prophets. They do the message of Allah Ibrahim. The ummah came, they have a meeting, they made a plan, they said, we're going to achieve this, this is going to be growing, no doubt. We want to take him out. He didn't show respect to our God. He's going to come criticize us, then kill them and cut them in pieces, and we asked him, he said, hey, listen, the big guy's still alive, won't you ask him? He should tell you what happened because you worship him. So use your mind. You go at me, ask him. You glorify him, you give him all this power. Ask who did this to these little ones who was not able to defend themselves. So the big guy is right there. They look. They're not stupid. They're trying. They have little minds. Just it's making sense. But you know what Shaitan does? The arrogance comes. When the kibr will prevent you from accepting the haqq all the time. Kibr is the main danger that makes you stay away from accepting the haqq. Kibr is dangerous. So they nukisu. They will stand over and say, man, this guy, he think he's so wise. You know, this happens all the time. So they say, you know what? And if they didn't care about sister, they see what he said makes sense. We worship this power. He can't even tell us what happened to their little ones. We can't even speak to us. So really, but the arrogance came right in. So we're not trying to hear that. You know what, we're going to do something to you. Because you know what happened. So they had a plan. They agreed, they only wanted to take him out to put him in the fire. The people hung after the coal was made out. Everybody came out with, shukran. Everybody came out with woods. Making a strong fire, powerful fire that made. And throw him. Ibrahim said that was taken. And throw him in the fire. We went in the fire. In. You brothers know the story and sisters. What happened? Did he die? That was benefit or was harm? Was they trying to bring benefit or was trying to bring harm to him? Harm to him. Was Ummah came together to take him out so their religion will continue, their Tawheed will continue on the earth. So they continue to worship their Tawheed, their idols. So if this guy is causing confusion right now, so the only solution is take him out. Back then, maybe they didn't have no guns. So they have other ways of killing people. So they just want to do that, that will be faster. And it's over. And the entire ummah against him. Imagine in the area, nobody's helping you. Even the one who fools for you is hiding. Oh, I ain't going to say nothing, man. Hey, listen, hey, I know they won't, but I'm not going to open my mouth. You know, it happens all the time. People know this brother's been wronged, he's been oppressed. But hey, listen, I ain't going to say nothing, you know. I don't want no fitna. I'm going to pray and I'm going to leave. Yeah, I don't know if I know, but I'm going to. So, he sees what happened is not right. But because every time you find people who are weak, so that time the entire ummah is against him, so he was thrown to the fire. Ya naru kuni bardan wa salamun ala Ibrahim. Because Allah did not want the harm to happen. Say, oh fire, kuni bardan, be cool and peaceful. Peaceful, so nothing will happen to him. Feel like he just is in a living room, some nice place, nothing's happening. They're waiting, exciting, oh, hey, he gone now. Hey, we're ready to crashes and so everything get very clear the street now, case closed. Nobody want to sue nobody back then. With the whole city. If they had a leader, if a mayor, whoever was back then, leading them, he agrees. So we're going to sue who? No, it's a government thing came together. So everything is over. They mentioned those books, he stood up and just wiped those ashes. Everybody said, what's going on in here? This fire was fake fire or was real fire? No, it was not. So it was a real fire, but Allah did not allow the fire to do anything because Allah is the creator. Allah is the creator of the fire. Nothing will happen to you except that which Allah decreed to happen to you. Once you reach this level of Iman, you will feel sweetness. Then you will not be afraid to walk around at 3 o'clock in the morning and go to the masjid. You will not be afraid to go to a place to do something for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh man, this. No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will protect you if you are upon righteousness. Happen all the time. Look at the messenger. They wanted to kill him too. When he came, so Ummah again came. They gathered together and agreed so we're going to kill him. That's it. Including his family members agreed for him to be killed. His uncles and they wanted to take him out. Man, I got no business with that. Come on. I'm not in his belief. We'll take him out. So how would I kill him? They agreed to come and kill him in the morning, to come in his house and just take him and kill him. When Allah said, وَجَعَلْنَا مِنْ بَيْنِ أَيْدِيهِمْ سَدًّا مِنْ خَلْفِهِمْ فَأَغْشَيْنَاهُمْ فَهُمْ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ. We cover them. They even see. They can't even see. They even see the messenger. They don't see. They see something else. Because Allah said, many stories happen in the past. Even if all the messengers people try to kill them. Disbeliever Christians now believe that Isa was killed. Because of their own confusion. But they know he wasn't killed. Because they know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made Isa to look somebody else. When they come after him to get killed. And then narration, Isa asked for those who follow him. Who want to take my shape, look like me, so he will be with me in the Jannah? Who want to be like me so he can be the one who's taken? So one young man agreed, said, I want to be that person. Believe. Take my shape, look like me so I can be raised. So young men took the shape and Isa was raised. بَرَّفَعَهُ اللَّهُ إِلَيْهِ. Allah raised Isa to him. They came and they thought that was Isa. So that's what you see, and they crucify, they think that's Isa. He died for people's sins. That was not Isa. Isa was taken away by Allah and will come back in the last, one of the major signs of the hour. So people, it's been seen in the past that nothing will happen to you except that which Allah decreed to happen to you. Nothing at all. So people should try to apply. So he said the last one, the messenger, the Shaykh says, قال طائفة من السلف. Some people from the Salaf said, كان أقوام يدعون المسيح وأوزين والملائكة. Some of the people used to worship al-Masih and Uzair is in the Quran mentioned, والملائكة. Some of the people used to worship Isa and Uzair al-Malaika. ثم ذكر رحمة الله تعالى آيات. Then he mentioned some of the ayat that to make it permissible to do this, to worship other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he says to worship Allah wa ibadatullahi wahdahu la sharika la hiya aslu deen. The principle of this deen, the foundation is to worship Allah alone without any partners. That's aslu deen. That's how the deen began. That's why the ayat فَمَنْ يَكْفُرُ بِالطَّاغُوتِ وَيُؤْمِنْ بِاللَّهِ. Whoever disbelieves in Tawheed, as you know, Tawheed is anything that is worshipped beside Allah, and he is pleased with that. That's Tawheed. So whoever disbelieves in Tawheed and believes in Allah, فقد استمسك بالعروة الوثقى. So he says, the Tawheed that we're talking about here is the Tawheed which Allah sent the messengers with. هو التوحيد الذي بعث الله به الرسول وأنزل به الكتب. Is the Tawheed which Allah sent the messengers with, and He revealed the books to establish this Tawheed. So the main reason in which why Allah sent the messengers, Allah chose a human being who will be a messenger, is because to establish Tawheed. That's the main reason. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Cannot create jinns or mankind except to worship Allah alone. So it says, Allah says in the Quran, وَلَقَدْ بَعَثْنَا فِي كُلِّ أُمَّةٍ رَسُولًا أَنْ يَعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَاجْتَنِبُوا الطَّاغُوتَ. We have sent in every nation a messenger with the message said, worship Allah and free yourself from Tawheed. That's the asl. This is the asl, ikhwan. Another Allah says, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِنْ قَبْلِكَ مِنْ رَسُولٍ إِلَّا نُوحِي إِلَيْهِ أَنَّهُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا أَنَا فَاعْبُدُونِ. We did not send before you, Muhammad, any messenger except we reveal to him that no one has the right to be worshipped but me, Allah. So worship me. Allah mentioned in the Quran, Al-Anbiya. So much so the messenger establishing Tawheed in his companions, this proper understanding. So much so one of them will say to the messenger, مَا شَاءَ اللَّهُ وَشِئْتَ. If Allah wills and you will. So it sounds like a simple statement. مَا شَاءَ اللَّهُ وَشِئْتَ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. One of the Sahaba said this, مَا شَاءَ اللَّهُ, if Allah wills and if you will. The messenger said, أَجْعَلْتَنِي لِلَّهِ نِدًّا. Did you make me to be similar to Allah? Say if Allah wills alone. That's the understanding. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if He wills for something to happen, will happen. If Allah does not want this to happen, it will never happen. So just say, Insha'Allah alone. Don't say, MashaAllah wa shita. That's the messenger of Allah. The messenger of Allah, he denied this statement. Do not say, if Allah was an hour, are you making me to be like similar to Allah? See? Simple. Even to swear, some other culture people swear other than Allah. Man halafa bighayri Allah, faqad kafara wa ashraka. Whoever swears using the name other than the name of Allah, he became a disbeliever or upon shirk. And the messenger said he was sick before he died. لعن الله اليهود والنصارى اتخذوا قبور أنبيائهم مساجد. When Allah sent His curse upon the Jews and Christians, they made their graves of their prophets to become a place of worship. Their graves, the graves of their prophet became the place they go to worship. The messenger Abdur Rahman was warning the people from that what they did, not to go to the grave and worship Allah in the grave. So we went on and said, Allahumma la tajal qabri wathana yu'abadu. Oh Allah, do not make my grave as an idol that people will come and worship. Do not make that. That's impermissible. That's lead to shirk. Or that's a shirk itself to go to the grave of the messenger and worshiping Allah. Or worshiping the messenger. Or asking the messenger for anything. Like some people do over there. You might see people over there, if you get nobody, throw some letters in there. Some piece of paper that he wants what he wants. What kind of stuff is this? So the messenger will come out and take and read the message. So if you want to go there and ask the messenger to provide for him with whatever he needs, that's a shirk. And you want to say, وَلَا تَتَّخِذُوا قَبْرِي عِيدًا. Do not make my grave Eid as a place you go over and over, like for celebration, like you put particular time, particular date, and particular time, I'm going to go to the messenger's grave. That's become Eid. Eid is something that returns on the same time, the same year, the same month. Like Eid after Ramadan, Eid al-Hajj. It's the same date. On the 10th of Dhul-Hijjah is Eid, and after Ramadan, the 1st of Shawwal is Eid. So that's Eid because it returns on the same month, on the same date. People pray at the same time. That's the Eid. So the Muslim said, do not make my grave as the Eid, as a place people go with a certain month, and certain date, and certain time. If you go to make Umrah, it's not impermissible to go there and look at the messenger's grave. But do not make like you make a calendar on Ramadan, the 10th Ramadan, I have to be there. They tell you this not have to be there. No, and it happen to be there, then you go, but not to make Eid like something that returns, you do over and over. Do not make your houses as a grave. The ulama mentioned that means you pray in your house the voluntary salah. For women, they pray in their home, that's their place. And this leads you, if you really have a chance to read the sharh of this hadith in this part here, do not make your house a grave. This is an indication that in your house should not be anything in there that prevents you making salah. Because if you have, then you cannot pray. You should not have anything that is in your house that will make your salah impermissible in there. Don't have a grave in your house. Don't have pictures hanging on the wall. Don't have dog in your house. Don't have anything that prevents you to pray. Don't have a tree to a root, the tree with that car they call Christmas tree that people carry in their car. Some people, they live with their relative, their mother, their uncle, their aunt, they want to make them happy. They have fun on one of them tree in the living room. Maybe another in the bedroom, and every room got one tree. Where are we going to pray at? So do not have anything that will prevent you making salah. وَصَلُّوا عَلَيْهَ حَيْثُ مَا كُنْتُمْ. And pray over me wherever you are. Meaning say, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, all the time as you know the benefit. فَإِنَّ صَلَاتَكُمْ تَبْلُغُنِي. Your prayer reaches me. That's the evidence that when you say sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the messenger received that. Because there's evidence established that. There's a hadith sahih that mentioned that. So it's not like the messenger, like some people might say that he never died. Because when you say sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he's over there repeating what you say or receiving. So you know how many people say that in 1 second? So you never die. Every minute, everybody says sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and they tell every country is many people say right now sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. That's not the understanding. The messenger died. According to the Quran and Sunnah, he died. But this narration mentioning that he said, this reaches me. How reaches him? Allah knows. Don't find out how this, when he says sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, how this go to the messenger. He's over there sitting and listen to you, like doing innovator claim. He must be alive every second, because people say this every second. That's not the understanding. Just say and know that this reaches him as he mentioned himself, but I don't find how. Because you don't know how. You don't know how what you say here reaches him in his grave in Medina. You don't know how. But it reaches him because the narration mentioned reaches him. So say it and get some benefit. So, he said, وَلِهَذَا اتَّفَقَ أَئِمَّةُ الْإِسْلَامِ عَلَى أَنَّهُ لَا يُشْرَعُ بِنَاءِ الْمَسَاجِدِ عَلَى الْقُبُورِ وَلَا الصَّلَاةُ عِنْدَهَا. So therefore the ulama of Islam agree that it's not permissible to build masajid on top of the graves. So we're not supposed to go to the graveyard and build a masjid over there. We're supposed to, it's not permissible, or to pray on the graves. Because why? وَذَلِكَ لَأَنَّ مِنْ أَكْبَرِ أَسْبَابِ عِبَادَةِ الْأَوْثَانِ كَانَ تَعْظِيمُ الْقُبُورِ. So one of the major reasons got people to worship the idols is begin from glorifying the graves. Begin from giving the graves too much respect, like, go to the grave and visiting this grave. Someone died, there was righteous man. This is how everything began. Lead them to worship other than Allah. Began when someone died, was Rajul Salih, was righteous man, one everybody loved. They began to go and visit and glorify his grave and stay there. So generation after generation came and people began to make dua to them. Go read the tafsir of وَلَا تَذَرُنَّ آلِهَتَكُمْ وَلَا تَذَرُنَّ وَدًّا وَلَا سُوَاعًا وَلَا يَغُوثَ وَيَعُوقَ وَنَسْرًا. Go with that Surah to Nuh. Do not leave alone your gods. And he mentioned those 5 names. See what happened. They used to be, before they died, they were in their city, righteous man. They were known to be righteous. When they died, go see what happened. So the worship other than Allah began from glorifying the graves. Going there and knowing the person who died is righteous man, and people begin to make dua, and those who came afterwards, they begin to worship those on the grave. So when the time went on, so they said, you know what? Over there is too far. We should just have the same, you know, you look like that man over there? Yeah, I remember him. So can you just make something similar? So you can just have just right there, some people in their home or in their place of worship. So that's what begins. So they begin to make one statue. Look like the guy. Oh, okay. So make another one. So for us in that city. Make that. So now from graves came to establish statues. People worship in their home. We'll stop here, Juan. I have to go to another class in Chester.